I am Dr. Ruchika Verma, a postdoctoral fellow in the Department of Psychology, University of Allahabad, is going to present a module on adolescent health, sexuality, sexuality education and adolescent friendly health services. This module has been written by Ms. Ramya Anand, who is an independent consultant in Tamil Nadu. Who is an adolescent and what is sexuality? Adolescent, as we know, represents a delicate phase in the transition between childhood and adulthood, in which young people develop their personality and construct their identity. WHO, that is World Health Organization, identifies adolescence as the period in human growth and development that occurs after childhood and before adulthood, from ages 10 to 19 years. It represents one of the critical transitions in the lifespan and is characterized by a tremendous pace in growth and change in the second only to that of infancy. This is a period when a child experiences a tremendous transition from childhood to adulthood. Now, it is very important that we need to understand the difference between sex and sexuality, which is generally a confusion lies with the concept. Sex refers to the biological difference between male and female, the physical acts of sex, that is, on the basis of biological organs, how a person can be discriminated, how a person can be differentiated between male and female. And sexuality is far beyond physicality. It is not restricted to the physical body and it includes the body experiences. It refers to how people feel about themselves and being with others, how they see their gender, sexual identities and how they interact with other people. So, when we talk about sex and sexuality, it means that there is a difference in the whole concept. Now, what is sexuality? It is a complex idea that involves our physical makeup, how we think about ourselves and how we feel about others and the society we live in. Things that contribute to sexuality are anatomic sex, gender identity and sexual orientation. There are certain important components of sexuality, because before explaining the concept of sexuality in the context of adolescents, it is very important that the concept should be understood in originality. The sexuality is a construct which is constructed as a result of the values of a person, the self image of a person, how the person communicates with the society, the gender of the person, that is the sexual construction of the person, then the socialization, the kind of socialization the person has, the physical expression, how the person expresses himself physically and what kind of image the person has for his body and the personality of the person. So, basically the component of personality, components of sexuality is not a single concept related only to the sex of a person, but it includes almost everything in the environment of the person. Now, another very important concept that needs an explanation is the concept of sexual development. Healthy sexual development involves biological, psychological and socio-cultural processes. Like all aspects of adolescent development, sexual development occurs both within an individual and through interaction with the environment. Healthy adolescent sexual development trajectories prepare a person for a meaningful, productive and happy life, because during adolescent only the concept of sexual development, the whole idea of sexuality grows and that has implication for their adult life also. The next, when we talk about sexuality, adolescent is the time of the life when they are experiencing many things like hormonal changes in the body, physical changes in the body, mind exploding with creative skills and ideas, passions blooming, and amidst all this, they are often expected to behave like grown up and yet be treated like a kid. They are always in a state of confusion because many times they are being told that you are a grown up boy or a girl now, but at the same time they are treated like a small child also. Comprehensive age appropriate sexuality education would go a long way in helping young people negotiate safer lives for themselves and inculcating a sense of respect for others and their rights. Because it is very important that in adolescent only there should be a talk about sexuality. Incomplete information and curiosity to know a lot about sexuality leads to devastating effect on the personality of adolescents as an adult person. Now, what is sexuality education? Comprehensive sexuality education enables young people to make informed decisions about their sexuality and health. These programs build life skills and increase responsible behaviors, and because they are based on human rights principle, they help advance human rights, gender equality and the empowerment of young people. Because sexuality education covers almost everything and it relates the whole concept of gender equality with the reproductive rights also. Now, sexuality education talks about physical and emotional changes the children undergo while growing up, developing values to guide them, understanding and taking responsibility for the consequences of their actions, and also teaching them to protect themselves from unwanted and harmful consequences of their own and other people's action. Because adolescent is a period when boys and girls are very daring and they want to experiment new things. So, while experimenting, it is very important that the adolescent should be taught well in advance that what will be the consequences of their daring acts. The aim of sexuality education is twofold: to reduce potentially negative consequences of sexual behavior like unwanted pregnancies, sexually transmitted infections and child sexual abuse. These are some of the, this is one of the important aim of sexuality education, because these are the serious consequences which can take place as a result of immature behavior shown by adolescent boys and girls. To increase well-being, the second objective is to increase well-being and by enhancing the quality of life and relationships of young people. Because when there is an increase in the well-being and enhancing the quality of life, as a result these adolescents, they have better quality of life. Now, sexuality education is very useful for adolescent because it is a lifelong process. Once a child has been given sexuality education, it remains for him or her for his lifelong. It provides children with the knowledge and understanding about their body, about the basic processes which undergoes in their bodies, and instead of being ignorant about the facts, they develop an open mind to understand things in a very rightful manner. Then sexuality education helps them to develop skills of positive attitude towards sexuality, to take care of their sexual health, to enhance their interpersonal relationships now and in future, because most of the emotional problems in the interpersonal relationships are created due to early involvement in sexual behavior with the opposite sex. The sexuality education also helps in reducing potential behavioral consequences of sexual behavior. It helps in increasing well-being and by enhancing the quality of life and relationships of young people, because of the emotional turmoil which adolescents face during this period, it becomes very difficult for adolescent boys and girls to make them understand the relationship between the infatuation and the actual commitment for a particular relationship. Now, there are certain principles of sexuality educations and on which it has been grounded. Like, first important principle is that information should be made accessible to children and young people of all ages in accordance with their evolving capacities. Because the sexuality education can be explained at different levels, it is very important that at appropriate age, appropriate information should be given to the children. Whether sexually active or not, and irrespective of sexual orientation, young people should be given the information to enable them to feel comfortable and confident about their bodies and their sexuality. Because it is not necessary that whether they are sexually active or not, however, they should know about their bodies and the sexuality. Comprehensive sexuality education helps young people acquire the skills to negotiate relationships and safer sexual practices, including whether and when to engage in sexual intercourse should be available, because there is a lot of inhibition during this age to discuss about sexuality. So, it is very important that at all levels an adolescents should be encouraged to discuss their curiosities and inhibitions to any adult who is available in their lives. Broad-based strategies are needed to address the needs of young people both in and out of school. Sexuality education covers a broad range of issues relating to the physical and biological aspects of sexuality and the emotional and social aspects of human development. Sexual education recognizes and accepts all people as sexual beings and is concerned with more than just the prevention of disease or pregnancy. So, an important principle of sexuality education is that it not only address the problem of prevention of sexually transmitted diseases or pregnancy, but it also work towards considering sexuality as sexual beings to have healthy relationships with each other. It also addresses sexuality in a positive way, wherein it helps counter shame and focus on the essentials for sexual health and redressal in case of sexual abuse and violence, because these are the issues which are addressed, which are information is given to them in relation to these concepts also. Now, what kind of information is given through sexuality education? Young people seek information about sex from variety of sources. For example, the media, which includes advertising, television and magazines, books and websites, and most important, the peer group. Not all information they get is inaccurate. However, they may not be able to discern what information is accurate and what is not, because they do not have any other source from where they can check about what they are observing in these sources, the media sources, and how they can check that what is appropriate and what is not. Providing information in a structured manner also involves filling in the gaps in their information after ascertaining what they already know and what they don't know, because it is very important to understand from where they are getting these information and what is the level of the information and where are the gaps which can be filled through sexuality education. They need to have accurate information. There are certain issues on which they need to have appropriate information, like for example, changes in the body including physical and emotional changes that occur through childhood and adolescent, like for example, menstruation, masturbation, nocturnal emissions, etc. Conception, contraception and safer sex, which implies that they will need information and fertilization. These are the most important topics that needs to be addressed during sexuality education, because these if they don't have knowledge about these, the conception, contraception and safer sex, they can have serious consequences, especially with women. Sexually transmitted infections including HIV and how to avoid unwanted negative consequences of sex, including information on availability and effectiveness of various contraceptives. Information on abortion and law pertaining to it would also be included in this, because if these informations are not provided to adolescents through sexuality education, they will not be able to understand the seriousness and gravity of the problem. The next is that abuse, including child sexual abuse, is also one issue that needs to be, about which the information needs to be given. learning about the different kinds of relationship that exist, feelings of love and desire, negotiating safety, being able to say no or being comfortable about saying yes, cultural beliefs and laws relating to sexual behavior and partnership, also with respect to same sex couples or couples of different religions, caste, etc. It is very important that the cultural construction of sex needs to be communicated to the adolescents well in advance to avoid the serious consequences. Services like helping them with books and web resources for young people to access and read the information, appropriate information, so that they can imply those things in their lives. Sexuality education in India began in the year 1950 when for the first time the family planning program was launched. In 1970, population education program to address what they perceived as the population problem. In 1980s, the important program was National Population Education Project, which propagated the small family norm. Then in 1994, paradigm shift from the poor to adolescents, and in 2006 adolescent education program was focused in collaboration with National AIDS Control Organization, that is NACO, and UNICEF launched. In 2007, after a Rajya Sabha committee petition report, the adolescent education program was banned in some states. It was observed that the country worked continuously for the welfare of adolescents in India. There are certain challenges which still we are facing. The main argument cited by those against sexuality education is that access to this knowledge will corrupt the youth and encourage them to experiment sexually. These are the challenges which are still we are facing in the society. Adults are reluctant to take on the responsibility due to embarrassment, discomfort with the topic, or lack of knowledge about sexuality. Failure by many schools to use fear of upsetting parents and lack of trained teachers to deal with these subjects. These are the challenges which the society is facing in providing sexuality education to adolescents. So there comes the need of adolescent friendly healthcare services. In a conservative society like India, where reproductive and sexual health related issues are taboo for discussion, young people are hindered from actively seeking counsel for their needs. Even though program and policies directed towards improvement of adolescents' reproductive health exist, there is a paucity of adolescent friendly health services, and the expansion of which is still in a nascent stage. There is a lot of work required in this direction. AFHS have been established as part of the earlier National Adolescent Reproductive and Sexual Health Strategy to provide preventive, promotive, curative and referral services to adolescents, because there is a need to prevent adolescents, to promote them to understand their problem, to prevent them from problem, and to cure their problems, and to refer them to various services when they require it at the time of the crisis. This has been developed by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in the year 2006. Now, when we monitor the growth and development, the monitoring of growth and development of these programs is also very important. One of the most important issue is management of behavioral problems. Some important issues are related to offering information and counseling on developmental changes, personal care and ways of seeking help, because this is something which is related to the growth and development of the adolescents. Reproductive health including contraceptives, sexually transmitted infections, treatment, pregnancy care and post-abortion management. These are the issues which need to be addressed while monitoring the growth and development of adolescents. Voluntary counseling and testing for HIV is also important. Then management of sexual violence and mental health services including management of substance abuse is also included in this monitoring. There are certain recommendations which are implied, which are important after after discussing the sexuality education and need of sexuality education in India. The important recommendations are, like for example, raising awareness of common health problems experienced in adolescent, expanding the scope of services provided to adolescents and youth to mental health concerns also, because there are growing number of cases of adolescents depression, suicide and other mental health conditions. Expanding the healthcare provider base to serve adolescents and youth. To sensitize influential others in young people's life about their role in supporting adolescent and youth. It is very important to especially sensitize parents of adolescent to understand the needs, and in the social cultural context which has been changing fastly these days. Now the adolescents who are of the present time are very much different from what they were 10 years back. It is very important to sensitize and build various healthcare providers to respond to the needs of all categories of adolescents and youth. There is also need to raise awareness about the availability of adolescent friendly health clinics widely among adolescents and youth and influential adults in their life, because it is not easy to reduce inhibition of these adolescents to discuss their problems related to sexuality with the people with whom they are close. So it would be really nice if they get knowledge about AFHSC clinic where they can discuss their problems in anonymity. Then there is a need to improve the quality of service delivery at the AFHSC also, because adolescent friendly health clinic are very important in the lives of adolescents, as they are more comfortable in discussing their problems at those clinics. Comprehensive quality information and services should be made available to young people who seek services at the clinics. And it is also important to ensure effective monitoring and evaluation of these clinics also, because unless the evaluation is done, it is very difficult to say whether the program is successful or not. With this, we can conclude that the adolescents are important part of the society, and it is very important to understand their sexuality needs and to provide them information in such a way so that they can develop as responsible and sensible adult citizens of the society. Thank you.